Hello everyone, I've had quite a good day. I'm now cleaned and washed. I've got some candles and some soap for free, which was really nice from Helen and Douglas House that were going in the bin. But also, I've come home today and I have found this. If I put it like that, excellent. Seeds for bees. I sent off for these. They are free seeds. They're from 38 degrees and they're grown by a man named Ben at Higledy Garden in Cornwall. It contains Phacelia, Borage, Nigella, Eschlosia, which are all hardy annuals. So I think stuff like this is brilliant. Free seeds, you can't go wrong, can you? You could plant up the entire neighbourhood if they give you enough. So that's that, and that's really good. I want to talk to you about the administration, do it in words, and give a chance for me to get some more camera time and introduce myself as a person a bit more rather than just portraying myself through these words and through the bits of music I've written. I have to admit, when I was touring, playing trumpet and that, I wasn't really embraced a great deal. And it wasn't for being horrible or even mean. I might have been a bit dour, but I wasn't horrible at all. I think most of it was because everybody was so drunk. When you're in the pubs and in the clubs, all the fans are well drunk, and I suppose through me there was like all these legal things going on, like what you can and cannot say, what you can and cannot do, and basically you end up being so limited in interaction that it's better just say hi and then try and get away as quickly as possible and not get involved. So I want to talk to you about admin. Higledy and Quantum, that's an administrative connection. But what I want to talk to you about a bit more is the mechanics of it. And I thought I would use. Oh, I'm dropping the phone. Classy and clever. And it's still playing, yes. So, the administration, I want to use the analogy of a piano accordion. And I'm going to use the word fish. So, when we play a piano accordion, there's a contraction and a pulling together and a pulling apart. Pressure. So we squeeze a thing down small, we pull it out, make it big. Imagine the letter of the piano accordion is fish, and as we is F, sorry, and as we pull it apart, it spells out the word fish, and we acronym that word. When we acronym it, it gives us more space to pull it out yet again, and we can increase the information. So fish becomes found in sea hole, which is apt. Our language is drawn from ancient times, and a lot of the time things were put in to make things easy. So the words would have clues within themselves, so long as you knew the individual letter involved with the particular pathos, be it industrial or social or royal. The acronym can be lots of other things. It could be football incident shit heist, but that hasn't really got a lot to do with the word fish itself, if nothing. So that acronym is low down on the register and probably not ever really going to be a considerable involvement in the word fish, unless it were for some perverse theatrical act, perhaps. So found in Seahole provides information. Well, we come from a heritage of Ice Age people in this country, and there would have been times when we did indeed need to find our food by fishing in a hole. So this can then expand outwards again even further. So found in sea hole becomes something even greater. You acronym found, acronym in, acronym sea, and acronym hole. Each letter becomes another word. And as you can see, we're sort of building a. So let me show the rest of my phone here. So as you can see, we're sort of building it like that. The fish is at the top, and then you'd find found in sea hole about here, and then the next layer is down there. And we build a pyramid of these letters. And if you keep expanding it and keep referencing to fish and what a fish is, and to maybe you could have different books. You could have the administrative uh, course of fish biologically, or you could think of it in terms of industry. And that's where you get the book idea of book. So you'd have FISH, book of industrial fishing, or F.I.S.H. Uh, fish, book of book of biology of fish. And that's how we end up with the different books of the acronyms, and it opens out pretty much perfectly. I think once you get down to lower, once you've done maybe 10 to 20 lines of coding, you might find you have to, I think it's to do with the syntax, that you can't, you have to you have to add things like and it and this and to and but, all those little words you have to end up putting in, and you keep the acronyms as like the bigger words that have meaning rather than connecting words. And I think that in my mind, I see that there's a curvature to it. That each time you have to add a thing, you're sort of creating an arced curvature. And I guess the perfect administration is financial administration, which works in accordance to the laws of phi and golden ratio. And this can be done with every single word in the dictionary, and you can take it right back to the Sanskrit, and you can even conduct it with international phonetics as well. So when you write out the Sanskrit in international phonetics, you can do a very similar thing. And once you've done that, you've got the sort of, like, for me, it's the two ends. So you've got English and you've got Sanskrit. And then you start to see how, as you move across to the west of the planet, you get. Sorry, I need something to put my phone on, don't I? As you move further west across the languages, you can sort of see how a national cog turns and the language changes. So they'll be like, right, so we're going to change the mentality here by changing the world's impression by altering the language. So it seems like we see the world the same, but